Hello students, this is Nilanjana Sanyal from onlinemathtutor.p and ePodashana. Today's session is on graphing a linear equation involving two variables. We will be learning how to draw a graph of a linear equation containing two variables. So let's start. Let us draw the graph of a linear equation 2x plus 3y minus 10 equal to 0. We call this equation as a linear equation, this 2x plus 3y minus 10 equal to 0, since the graph of this equation is a straight line. Graph of any linear equation is a straight line, hence the name linear equation. Okay, we will be seeing that the graph of this equation is a straight line as well. In order to draw the graph, we have to first construct a table. For that, we keep one of the variables with a coefficient 1. Now, over here we are having two variables x and y, and neither x nor y has a coefficient of 1. But we have to make the coefficient of one of the variables equal to 1. And we will be keeping that variable on one side of the equal to sign and have everything else on the other side of the equal to sign. Now, how do we do that? So let us choose y. Let us keep y on one side of the equal to sign and let us take all the other terms to the right hand side. Let us keep y on the left hand side of this equal to sign and we take all the other terms to the right hand side. How do we do that? First of all, let us add a plus 10 or positive 10 to both the sides of the equal to sign. For the left hand side, this negative 10 and positive 10 will get cancelled and we will be having, I'm not writing that addition or okay, fine, let me write it that step as well. So this is 2x plus 3y minus 10 and plus 10 is equal to 0 plus 10. Now these two will get cancelled. Negative 10 and positive 10 will get cancelled. So we will be having 2x plus 3y equal to 10. Now we add a negative 2x to both the sides. So this becomes 2x plus 3y minus 2x is equal to 10 minus 2x. Again, this positive 2x and negative 2x get cancelled. So now we are having 3y is equal to 10 minus 2x. And if we divide both the sides of this equal to sign by 3, I do not have much space, so I am writing it over here on the same equation. I am dividing this by 3, both the sides by 3. So I get 3y divided by 3 will give us a single y. Now this y is having a coefficient of 1. And we are having an expression of 10 minus 2x by 3 on the right hand side. This is how we separate the two variables. We keep one of the two variables on one side, that is the left hand side of the equal to sign, with a coefficient of 1. Like in this case, we are having the coefficient of y as 1. And we are having every other term on the right hand side of the equal to sign. Therefore, if we want to keep y on the one side of the equal to sign, our equation becomes y equal to 10 minus 2x by 3. This is the thing, y equal to 10 minus 2x by 3. Now we have to get to the table. Now the table becomes, this is the table, this is x. Now we will be expressing y in terms of x. So x is the independent variable and y is the dependent variable. We will be taking arbitrary values for x and we will be computing the corresponding values for y. Now, since this equation, the graph of this equation will be a straight line, we know in order to define a straight line, we have to have a minimum of 2 points. If we have 2 points, we can join those 2 points to get the straight line. But for any question, if you have a question saying you get the graph of a linear equation, I would highly recommend that you get the coordinates of 3 points. I am taking 5 points over here. During the examination, you may not be getting enough time to get the coordinates of 5 points. So at least you get the coordinates of 3 points and join them to get the desired straight line. And this is the graph paper with the 2 coordinate axes, the x-axis and the y-axis. Okay. Coming to the very first value of x. This is negative 13. I have taken the first value of x as negative 13. And now we will be seeing what is the corresponding y value. So, this is 10 minus 2x by 3. 2x, 2 times x. So, 2 times negative 13 is a negative 26. And negative of negative 26 is a positive 26. So, 10 plus 26 is 36, which when divided by 3 will be giving us a y value of 12. So the abscissa value is equal to negative 13 and the ordinate value is equal to positive 12. Coming to the graph paper. See, this is the corresponding point. This is the negative 12 and so this is negative 13 and this is positive 12. So this is the desired point. Coming to the second x value. It is negative 7. So 2 times negative 7 is a negative 14. So minus of minus 14 or negative 14 will be giving us a positive 14. That is 10 plus 14 will be giving us 24 divided by 3 gives us the y value of positive 8 or plus 8. Corresponding point is this one. This is minus 6, so this becomes minus 7 or negative 7. This is the abscissa value of this point. And this one, this is 9, so this one will be 8. This is the ordinate value. 8 is the ordinate value of this point. Third value of x is negative 4. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8 and negative of negative 8 is a positive 8. 10 plus 8 is 18 divided by 3 is a positive 6. Corresponding point on the graph paper will be this one. Negative 3, negative 4. And this is positive 6. Fourth point, x is equal to 5. Abscissa value is 5, positive 5. Now, 2 times 5 is 10. So, 10 minus 10, the numerator is 0. So, the y value or the ordinate value will be equal to 0. Corresponding point, this is the thing, 5, 0. Now, coming to the final pair of coordinates. X is equal to 11. So, 2 times 11 is 22 and 10 minus 22 is a minus 12 or negative 12 over 3 divided by 3 gives us the y value as minus 4. So, the corresponding point on the graph paper is this one. This is x equal to 11 and this one is y equal to minus 4. This is minus 3, so this is minus 4. Now we have got all the 5 points. The only thing that is remaining is to join them to get the desired line. So this one is the desired line and the corresponding equation is 2x plus 3y minus 10 is equal to 0. I would highly recommend you to write this equation next to the line, because over here you are having a single line. It is quite obvious that this line is corresponding to this equation, 2x plus 3y minus 10 equal to 0. But suppose you are solving simultaneous linear equations. When you will be solving simultaneous linear equations by the graphical method, you will be seeing that you will be having two straight lines, and the meeting point or the cutting point of the two straight lines will be the solution. Now, if you do not write the equation next to the line, it will be extremely difficult for you to or anyone to understand which line corresponds to which equation. So I would always suggest you to write the equation next to the line. Another point that I would like to mention is, do not forget to give these two arrows, because this is a straight line. You know that a straight line can be extended up to infinity. Any straight line extends up to infinity. But what I have drawn is having a finite length, or what you will be drawing on the graph paper will be having a finite length. But these two arrows will be indicating that the straight line that we have drawn can be extended both ways. So do not forget to give these two arrows. Okay, so this is how we plot a linear equation on a graph paper. So students, this brings us to the end of this session. Thank you for hearing.